Welcome to The Explainer. Listen, if you're a filmmaker, you already know the absolute hardest part of making a movie isn't the shoot, right? It's getting people to actually see it. Today, we're tearing down literally the biggest myth in modern distribution. We're going to look at some hard data and industry truths to separate fact from fiction. So, let's get right to it. Okay, let's dive into this. It's the central, absolutely high-stakes question every single independent filmmaker eventually faces. Think about it. The edit is finally locked, you've survived post-production on nothing but caffeine and instant noodles, and now you want the world to see it. And then, out of nowhere, an offer pops into your inbox claiming that for a certain fee, your film is 100% guaranteed to land on a top-tier streaming service. But wait, is that actually possible? Can you literally just buy your way onto a major platform? I mean, we all know the universal dream. Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus Hotstar, Z5. Seeing your film's thumbnail sitting right there next to a multi-million-dollar blockbuster, that is the holy grail for creators. It means global reach, it means validation, it means your story is finally accessible to the masses. The magnetic pull of these platforms is incredibly strong, and frankly, it's exactly what makes the distribution landscape so highly competitive and, unfortunately, really ripe for exploitation. And that brings us to the allure of the golden ticket. When you're facing a literal wall of rejection emails from festivals or distribution executives, a paid service promising a quick, easy shortcut feels like a total lifeline. The pitch is incredibly tempting, right? They'll tell you, hey, just hand over the cash, skip the endless networking, skip the agonizing waiting period, and boom, instant streaming placement. It plays directly into the sheer exhaustion every creator feels at the end of production. But, as you'll see, taking a shortcut like that often leads you right off a cliff. Section 1. The Hard Truth Unveiled. Dismantling the Guaranteed Promise. Think about the inherent friction in the indie film market today. On one side, you have heavy financial investments from filmmakers, and on the other, elusive, highly questionable promises from middlemen. It really forces you to question the transaction. When you're handing over stacks of cash for a supposed guarantee, are you actually buying a real service, or are you just buying a really, really expensive illusion? Because there is a massive difference between a false promise and the hard truth. The false promise says your upfront fee somehow magically equals guaranteed placement. But the hard truth? Absolutely no one, and I mean no one, can guarantee a release on any OTT platform. The decision-making power rests entirely with the content acquisition teams at those specific streaming companies, not with some third-party middleman who asks for an upfront placement fee. So what are the glaring red flags you need to watch out for? Well, first off, if anyone ever uses the word guarantee regarding a major OTT release, you should probably turn and run the other way. Second, remember that streaming platforms curate based on content, not on who slipped a middleman the biggest check. Many of these predatory services will make massive claims, take your money, and deliver absolutely nothing. The core principle you have to remember here is that your film deserves a real strategy, not false promises. You owe it to your art to handle its release with the exact same care you used to actually create it. Section 2. What actually gets you picked. The true pillars of OTT success. Now, before we go any further, I want to highlight one absolutely crucial element that trips up so many independent creators: professional packaging. Handing a raw video file, even a brilliantly directed, award-worthy one, to a platform just isn't enough. Professional packaging means going way beyond the MP4. It means having a compelling, industry-standard pitch deck, a highly polished trailer, legally cleared artwork, closed captions, and meticulously organized metadata. Honestly, if you don't speak the platform's technical and administrative language, your film won't even get past their very first line of defense. So the crucial point is that success actually relies on multifaceted preparation. It's like a giant puzzle. Step 1, the platform needs to actually want the genre you're offering. There has to be a strong content fit. Step 2 is that professional packaging we just talked about. Step 3, delivering the right pitch to the actual decision makers, not just blasting emails into a void hoping someone replies. Step 4, aligning with market demand. Is your film relevant right now? And finally, step 5, sheer persistence and real industry relationships. It takes actual time and legitimate networking to break through, which of course is exactly why those fake guarantees are so tempting to fall back on. Section 3, a transparent distribution strategy. Case study, the Shortfundly methodology. This brings us to a philosophy that, honestly, should be printed out and taped to every single filmmaker's monitor. Don't fall for false promises.
Choose strategy. Choose transparency. That needs to be the absolute guiding mantra for any creator entering the distribution phase. Let's move to and see how this builds in practice. A legitimate workflow starts with real analysis, actually watching and evaluating your film to find realistic, targeted opportunities, rather than just offering some fake one-size-fits-all promise. Then, it leverages genuine industry connections with real OTT decision-makers to get that film reviewed. Crucially, a good strategy maintains a completely transparent process the entire time, so you aren't fed any false hopes. The ultimate goal here isn't a magical guarantee, it's positioning your film to mathematically give it the highest possible chance of a real release. Ultimately, when you're seeking help with distribution, you need a foundation built on actual trust. You want a methodology backed by real industry networks, a team actively working to maximize your chances, and above all, maintaining an honest approach. These are the bottom line metrics that actually matter. It's all about building a solid bridge to a global audience using legitimate architectural tools rather than paying someone for a magic carpet that simply does not exist. The temptation to just buy your way in will always be there, especially when you are completely exhausted at the finish line. But ask yourself this: are you really willing to risk the reputation of your film and honestly your entire career on a shortcut that doesn't even exist? Choose strategy. Choose transparency. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Keep creating, and I'll catch you next time.